brief. Did you guys talk a lot yesterday, or is it pretty quick?
Probably like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, because there was like a little bit of confusion about exactly what.
Our topic was, right?
Yeah, like there was a little confusion about understanding what it meant and like how it was different from a being a contract.
Oh, because I'm obviously reading, and I read the section that was talking about, what is, Unicode, Section 2, 207, and like looking at the summary of like that section, it says that it's acceptance and may vary an offer without being considered a rejection. I don't know if you guys came up with so I'm still struggling trying to find like an example to come up with,
So, we came up with an example, and it changed like so like Sally offered. But Sally offered to deliver 600 bottles of Coke every week, and then we countered that was accepted, but that they were to be delivered on Monday at 7. So that's kind of what we figured between merchants. It wasn't like amended contractor.
Okay, so it's not to where, because it says, so if the acceptance may vary the offer, so like the offers vary to like, so it's saying like, you're saying like at a specific time, right? That could vary the offer, but it wouldn't like mean it's rejecting it.
Yeah, it doesn't like offer versus like you told me you're gonna deliver 600 bottles of Coke every week, and I told you that I wanted 1,200 every week at half the price. That would be rejecting it or amending the contract. The person would have to accept that. Versus if I say that I want Tuesday at 7 a.m., it's not changing the meaning of the contract. It's details.
Okay, so like, okay, I think I understand now. So like the example with the Cokes, like you set a certain amount of Coke for this merchant to be sent to, I don't know, their store or whatever, and then the people sending the Coke would be like, the way they're accepting it is being like, yeah, that's crazy. They're accepting it by, no, because the reasonable time would be for the people wanting the product, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like it's one-sided, really, not like two-sided, right?
Well, I think it could go.
Okay.
Like, did you get to watch the YouTube video?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you said. Where did you send that through?
That one should be in your Gmail. There's 2 videos in there, and one of them talks about like contact between merchants would be me sending you a purchase order, you sending me an invoice, and that counts as a contract. Under that 2.7, I send in a purchase order, invoice, and I could agree to it as it's delivered on at 7 a.m.
Okay, okay. So I send you I send you the invoice, but the only way that I'm accepting it is if it's sent at this time, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's like, I guess I think it's confusing because it's essentially like consideration, right? It's something for something. So saying like, okay, give you this purchase order invoice and being like, okay, yeah, we'll do it, but it's got to be at a certain time or whatever. It's got to be under our means too. So it's not being like, so it may seem like it's rejection, but it's just like, almost like a counter offer, but it's saying, like
Kind of
they're altering the acceptance in a way that's not typical to a contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you watch that, you don't have to watch all of it, but I think it's like within the first like 5 or 6 minutes, the 18-minute video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it pretty much explains it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out and see if it kind of clarifies a little more, just about that subject. I think I'm understanding a little bit more now, that it's more just, the way that it's accepted is a form of that it may seem like rejection, but it's not. It says varying the offer originally stated by the offeree or the offerer. I think I'm getting it now. Just the way the book kind of words it makes it very vague, and it's like, I don't know what you're trying to say with like this Unicode thing, or this section. Like the book was very, very vague. So, but yeah, I'll be sure to check out the video. Do you already have did you already type up the questions and everything, or wait for the questions?
Because we still like weren't entirely sure, and so Eli and I have went through and just came up with an example together, as when we had a completely understanding of what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just started Googling articles.
Okay.
And then since you couldn't meet and he couldn't meet today, I was like, well, since we got the example, you and I could come up with the quiz.
Okay.
And then make sure that
so I don't know if we want to do, so I noticed that, I guess the couple weeks, you know how the review quizzes are pretty much the questions that people come up with.
Right.
I saw a lot of them were like, they would give the scenario and they would say, this is an example of, and then you get the answers. Do we want to do something like that, or?
Well, I took the class this morning, and there was one like, is this approved under like, I don't remember what it said, but like, yes, and gave why, and 2 answers were no and gave why. The yes answers like what? Yes, because I don't know, it was something like really
Okay.
But then like one of the answers that said no was like, no, it's a quasi contract, and so we could do something like that. Use the example as a question and say, is this approved under US Code 2-207?
And say like no, because there was no varying in the. We could do. Okay, if you want to do that, that sounds fine to me. I'm trying to think. So we would want to probably do like the example. I don't know if you want to do. Now, I probably shouldn't use the example we actually use for our example of for our group, right? Probably want to do something like.
Yeah, probably a better quiz question.
Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, hopefully we understand it, right? I don't know if he's going to be like, oh, this is not what it is, so I got to change the answer or whatever. But so I guess we could say, I'm trying to think of it like I don't know if we just want to do a random company, like company XYZ is asking company CBA for an order shipment of candy bars, or like a certain amount. I guess we could do it the same way, but we can like
just kind of change it. So
yeah, and then say, as a means of acceptance for CBA, they will perform their duty only if it's met under these terms or something. I don't know. It's some to those lines. I think we do some of the same thing like we did with the example, just make it a different scenario. And then yeah, we could do exactly like you said. Like, does it fall under this? Is this
The U.S. code?
Yeah, 207. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that sounds fine.
How'd you do on the exam?
What's honestly, to be honest with myself, it's really saving me is those exam appeals.
It's like you and I both got C's on ours.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, the exams are, and you can do, I don't know, it's because it's open note. You can go on the internet, find the answers. And it's just, I don't know, I just can't seem to. I have a tough time being like, applying certain, like, I can learn a term well and like understand what the term means, but then trying to apply it's like a little bit tough when it comes to those type things. So it's like, and I'm like, when I sent it in, I'm like, I think I did good. I'm not too entirely sure, but but yeah, like I said, it's those appeals are really saving me right now.
Did you do an appeal for the first exam?
Yeah, I did. And it boosted up my grade pretty high. And then it evened out with my, what's that?
Did he give you more than the 4 points?
He gave me 5 out of 4.
That's cool.
Yeah, so like I appealed a question, but when I read it, I was like, okay, that one is definitely wrong. But I appealed it anyway because I was like, well, it was a question about jurisdiction. It was more subject matter jurisdiction, not personal jurisdiction. But I did it to where the person had personal jurisdiction within the courts they went to, and he was like, yes, this is a good example. You got points for it. But I knew the question was wrong. Because it was subject matter. It was like antitrust federal law. So if they went to state court for that way, they should have gone to federal court for it. But I still appealed it because it was like, well, technically he does have jurisdiction. So like I said, I think I answered like the court should take the case or something like that, or it was something along those lines. But yeah,
I know it's that one too.
Yeah, and I when I read it and went back, I was like, why did I miss that? I should have got that right. And like some reason when I take exams, I don't know if I rush it because I'm like, oh, I have a time limit, so I have to do it fast, But I don't know if I just read the questions faster. I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely has jurisdiction, or I think I know what the question is saying. And then I'm like, I'll do it with this exam too. I'll go back and be like, why did I answer that? That was like obviously this answer. But I think I'm just not a good exam taker. Like I do well on everything else in the class, but the exams are definitely they're hurting me on that. But yeah, I'm doing everything else like super well. So I'm really relying on those exam appeals. And the nice thing about the appeals is that you can do more than one question. You get more points for it.
Yeah, I went through and I made 6 on. So like the first test, 4 points per question. And as soon as I said the right answers, I was like, I can't even defend my.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But while I was taking it, there were like 6 questions that I was like, I know you can argue these either way. I wrote them down. I got wrong. And then I got wrong. And so like, okay, so 5 of the 6. I saw one of them, I was like, I knew that was wrong.
Oh, okay. So so you appealed 5 questions or 6? Or did you only appealed 1?
No, on the first exam I didn't do any. On this exam I did 5.
Oh wow.
Of the 6, because the 6th one I knew
was wrong.
There was no way to defend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I might do more than one this time, but when I just did one, it boosted my grade up to, like, I was at a B minus, and then I went up to a B plus, and I'm still in the B plus range because I somehow, like, my last appeal I did, it kind of balanced and evened out the scores of the two exams. And I only went down like 1 point. I was like 88 out of 100, and I was like 87 point something. So, I mean, I can just do one appeal, and it should boost my grade up again, probably to an A minus. So I didn't know those appeals are going to really help the grade that much, to be honest, but they really do. But I think that's kind of the point of this class, you know what I mean? Because it's like all about law. Like, if you lose the case or the question in this example, I guess, you have to see if you had the ability to argue, being like, you know, I don't think this question should have been this answer. I think the computer was wrong, or even if being like it could be this answer too. You know what I mean?
That's how, like, technically, based on what this law states, it could be either.
Right. Yeah.
My answer's
so I think that's kind of the point of it, being like, you know, like, yeah, it is this answer, but it could be this answer too. So I technically was right. But as long as you have that good argument, and I think it comes down to you arguing it, being like, well, I think this is right because I think so, or whatever. You know what I mean? That's not like being like, well, it's not a very good appeal. You're not giving me enough evidence or background to why that could be that answer. So it's definitely kind of like the amicus briefs are. It's not about like the way you say it, but it's just more about argument, not like about like the facts, but about arguing the case, being the friend of the court, and saying like this should be the outcome because of these reasons, type thing. So, but yeah, those appeals are definitely helping. I'm not saying I'm in danger of failing the class, but I'm just saying it's definitely helping my grade getting it to where I want it to be, rather than being like, you know, in the C range. I've been kind of like, when I've seen the scores for the exams, I'm like, really? C? Come on.
I was bummed because I had an A minus, and then I dropped it. This exam dropped it to like a B or a B plus. So I was like, I'm appealing my answers this time.
Yeah, and yeah, the appeal should definitely boost it up to probably at least an A minus. You know what I mean? Because yeah, those appeals definitely save your grade. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna probably just do one or maybe two. You should let me know if you get a lot of points for that. If he gives you more than the 4, because you should, because you're doing more than one. If you appeal it right. If you don't appeal it, I don't think he'll give you the answer, or the points for it. But if he does give you multiple points, let me know so I can try to see if I need to do that for my grade.
Yeah, totally.
So I think we got squared away and everything then.
Yeah, if you just want to email me the link for this one, then I'll put both links for the meeting on our assignment and turn it in when I get back. I've got 2 more interviews. So when I get back to the house, I'll submit the quiz and the link.
Okay. Just send you the link for this video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. And I guess until then, if there's anything else, let me know. But yeah, until then, I guess we'll meet Wednesday.
Yeah. I talked to you about meeting on Thursdays because I said it might be better for people, and I either way. And, he's up and gone for work at 6 his time. So that would be mean meeting at 4 a.m. your time.
Oh wow! Wait, what time's he?
He's Mountain Time too.
But you're Mountain Time, so you're only an hour ahead of me.
Mhm.
So he's 6.
He said he'd have to eat at 5 a.m.
Oh, so he has to leave at 5?
Well, that's when he'd have to meet so that he could be to work.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's pretty early for me.
Yeah. I was like, oh, we can keep Wednesdays then.
Yeah, that works fine for me. But yeah, 4 o'clock's gonna. I'm not gonna be a joyful person waking up at 4 o'clock trying to do a business law meeting. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I'll send you the link, and then yeah, same time Wednesdays. Then are you guys doing 7:30 and then me 6:30 still, or?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. All right, I'll send you the link, and then
Sounds good.
I will see you next Wednesday.
Sounds good.
All right, have a good one.